All right, we got why Saitama versus Jinwoo. Isn't close. Y'all already know who I'm going with, man. Big Cat Go season over him, bro. You already know how we rock over him. Saitama all day, bro. Let's just check this out, bro. But let's just hear his perspective, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know he do a lot you know, One Punch Man characters. So I'm cool with that. Let's check it out.
Sun Jinwoo and Saitama are the strongest characters who can clear and defeat anybody in their verse. Clearly both of them are similar in so many ways. Started as one of the weakest characters in their verse, followed the same method of training and...
Oh yeah, you know what they showed did the exact same thing. 100 push-ups, sit-ups. That's crazy. Squat, running. Dang, I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Risen to be the absolute best. While reading Solo Leveling back in the day, I couldn't help but notice the huge similarities between the two. The Hunter Association, the Monsters and Hunters rankings, the Hero That Nobody Knows, all greatly reminded me of One Punch Man in so many regards. In this video, we will be taking a look on both these individuals' abilities, powers and stats to figure out who would be the last one standing. But before that, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for more of these matchup videos. Again, thank you. Sun Jinwoo is undoubtedly the greatest and most interesting character in the entire series. Started as the weakest hunter, getting easily demolished by...
I'm not gonna lie, I already saw Sun Jinwoo solo level. I already checked out the whole the Nova, the light Nova and all that. Yeah, bro. I like it. It's cool.
E-level beasts and monsters.
But now we're just in the anime now. But yo, like I said, yo, man, I'm like, they need to hurry up, bro.
To becoming the strongest character by the end of the series, all thanks to miraculously getting selected to be a player of this system. Being a player, Sun Jinwoo has a variety of abilities that he would gain throughout leveling up. The most important one is being a necromancer who has the ability to resurrect the dead. This is indeed a broken ability, since not only he wouldn't need to necessarily fight alone, but also can raise his opponents from the dead after defeating them to become almost as powerful as they were. The amount of the abilities he possesses by the end of this series are almost unquantifiable. Particularly, Sun can transcend time itself by aging and de-aging his body as he pleases. Memory and spatial manipulation, invisibility, regeneration, telekinesis, creating his own pocket dimension called the World of Death, where inside he is quote-unquote omnipotent. All of these abilities and more are just some of the minor hacks that Sun has demonstrated in his last peak stage of power. More of his abilities would be taken in context regarding how would he interact with Saitama as a whole. Now to the most important question that most of you have, how strong is Sun Jinwoo really? The first low end that a lot of scalers likes to think of is that Sun Jinwoo should be at least large planetary. According to the author in the light novel, Rakon, the king of beasts, while being weakened due to being on Earth, wields enough power to destroy this world. Both the light novel and the manhwa mostly refer to planets as worlds, and considering that the Earth is imbued with enough mana to protect it from the fight to come between the monarchs and the rulers, Rakon, while being extremely conservative, can still destroy a more durable Earth. Now this doesn't mean that Rakon can simply get enough force to crush the planet with one punch. That would be hard to believe, since if that was the case, the monarchs could just open a portal to Earth and destroy it with a single punch without the needs of preparing any type of plan regarding the rulers. It obviously requires time to completely finish off that task at hand. Sun Jinwoo should comfortably scale higher than this, since not only is the Monarch of Shadows and the Monarch of Destruction are stated and shown to be in a completely different level than the rest of the monarchs, but also the fact that Sun Jinwoo completely annihilated every single one at the end of the series, meaning Sun Jinwoo would certainly scale to large planetary if not higher. The second high end that people consider, especially reading the light novel, is that Sun Jinwoo could be universal. This comes from the light novel chapter 219 and 220, where Sung and Ashbourne had a conversation that reveals the true history of the monarchs and the rulers, which we came to find out that the absolute being or the supreme being created the universe when nothing but darkness and light existed. With that, he also created the monarchs and the rulers to simply fight for eternity as a form of entertainment, created the former for the purpose of destroying the planets and the latter for the purpose of protecting it. However, the rulers wanted nothing but peace, and they decided to rebel on the supreme ruler. ruler, with them eventually being successful of killing him after waging a large-scale war. Considering the rulers and the monarchs has been fighting for eons, they should be at least comparable in terms of strength and speed, meaning the monarchs who Sun Jinwoo completely took care of by the end of the series should be strong enough to kill the Supreme Being. This makes Sun Jinwoo comparable to the Supreme Being, therefore universal. But there also exist many problems debunking this end. One, it is possible that a large group of rulers were required to eventually defeat the Supreme Being. Two, the Supreme Being could just be a creation god and simply is not capable of fighting. Ashbourne literally explained this to Sung by saying, "We were created to fight, and our powers were more than enough to bring down our own master." Think of it as an AI thing, where the scientist can make robots that are much stronger than him and could eventually kill him. The Supreme Being is also not omnipotent. Ashbourne literally explained that there is no such a thing as infinite power. Therefore, his creation shouldn't be scaled to his durability. The author also tends to use hyperbole words quite a lot, which a lot of people likes to take it more seriously than intended. Yu Jin-Hoo drives his van and types on his keyboard at the speed of light. Now, speaking of speed, how fast is Sun Jin-Woo? The most accurate and easy answer could be derived from his amazing fight with the Monarch of Destruction Antares, of which he possesses a particularly strong and a very fast attack called the Breath of Destruction, described to be like a flash of light, where Jinwoo stated it certainly moves at the speed of light. Not only did Sun Jinwoo intercept it, but managed to dodge it multiple times, comfortably putting him at faster than light levels of speed. Now, as everybody has understood while consuming the light novels, the problem with fighting Sun Jinwoo doesn't only rely on how crazy powerful he is, but also on how strong and more dependable his army of shadows is. Belion and Biru and arguably others are certainly as strong or even stronger than some monarchs. This means that any AP scaling we've talked about before could also be applied to his martial grade shadows. He isn't just stupidly strong, but can also overpower his opponents with extreme and overwhelming numbers, each as strong as the gods of destruction.
Okay.
Saitama is undoubtedly the strongest character in the verse. Took him 3 years of training to reach absolute power. Power that allowed him to one-punch literally most of the character he faces. He is like an endgame character that was placed right at the beginning of the show. While reading the manga, you often want to see him out of the picture just to witness what the other characters can do. That's how crazy strong he is. Now, even prior to removing his...
That's what I like about the I like that they give us the side characters. Like, we see more of the side characters instead of the main character, bro. I don't know, I like that.
Limiter, Saitama demonstrated faster than light senses and reflexes, and was legit immune to psychokinetic and telekinesis powers. In other words, nothing can really harm him. According to Boros, Saitama possesses a measurable energy. Goes in line with Garu's statement of Saitama being infinitely strong. This was demonstrated by showing how Saitama can adapt and grow limitlessly, provided he fights an opponent that can push him to do so.
See, that's the part people fail to realize. Up. Like, Saitama was steady growing as Saitama normal rate of growth was still growing unnoticed. But like I said, is everybody, everybody different. Everybody gonna see it in like different ways. But Saitama didn't need that right now. Saitama steady growing. Saitama could have easily took him out.
Exists an official One Punch Man website that listed Saitama's strength to be infinite. Infinite strength. I took the liberty to translate that exact word.
I always show that. I always be showing people that, bro. Infinite. That's an infinite symbol. That's not a number in this. It's infinite.
It came out to be Tsuyusa, which only has two meanings, strength or power. He also legit demonstrated the ability to break in and out of dimensions easily. Can touch and bend hyperspace portals, alter causality, and time travel with zero punch, and the list goes on. But let's quantify exactly how strong he is. In 2018, Murata was asked if Saitama can blow up a planet. Murata simply replied by saying, "I guess he can if he wanted to." That goes in line with his statement in chapter.
Yeah, when he if he wanted to, he can blow up the earth. When him and what's called about to duke it off. Yeah,
159, where he says that he feels like
right now, he pretty much can destroy the world if he wanted to. All that good stuff. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, like, bro, I be telling y'all, man, this dude is like he's gag mixed with Toon Force and everything.
just obliterate the whole planet. However, all of this pales in comparison to what he demonstrates later in the story, where his and Garu's series punch were so strong that it exerted enough energy to create a hole in the universe, literally eradicating countless stars, solar systems, and potentially even galaxies. It's also worth remembering,
hey, see, look, look.
The stars, solar systems, and potentially even galaxies, literally eradicating countless stars, solar systems, and potentially
I keep messing up.
The universe, literally eradicating countless stars, solar systems, and
hey, see that part right now? I had showed her like, what this? What is he finna destroy? Like, hey, what they said? Chill, bro. It's just an opening, bro. Yeah, Saitama finna destroy this.
It's also worth remembering that this level of strength
could destroy the whole universe.
Saitama can currently do, considering he and Garu adapted and grew immeasurably, allowing him to certainly pull even greater levels of powers. Some attempted to even calculate the growth rate Saitama attains each second based on the exponential graph provided in the manga. The results were, he'd be universal in no time, and it's too large to represent as a number. Now, the fact that he was able to breathe and sneeze in an atmosphere that can,
like I said, bro, that's I said, this is, can breathe out in deep space, take like hot lava bath, fighting this dude while he have like high radiation. What up? In the opening, he got struck by lightning in season 1 in my forehead. What up? Like I said, I won't be surprised if this dude can talk underwater, talk and breathe underwater. This literally like Toon Force. I be telling people, this is Toon Force. He got Toon Force in him.
Contains no breathable gases, causing tremendous levels of damage to a planet exponentially larger
that gotta be, there gotta be like some Toon Force type energy right here, bro.
than Earth could be the result of
Toon Force. I told you, this Toon Force, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
Using Toon Force damage to an atmosphere that contains no breathable gases, causing tremendous levels of damage.
It's Toon Force, man. Like I said, man, I know what I be talking about, bro. It's just people like, you know, certain people gonna downplay Saitama, but like I said, I know what I be talking about, man. Y'all been listening to what?
To a planet exponentially larger than Earth could be
Toon Force.
The result of using Toon Force. Otherwise, how can he sneeze? Now, when it comes to speed, it's pretty self-explanatory. Given all the feats him and Garu performed in outer space, Garu prior to this
I told people that was a Toon Force move he did.
Faster than light feats with flashy flash and platinum S, and Saitama, even before removing his limiter, had faster than light senses and reflexes. With the many ridiculous and stupid amps both attained, they should be massively faster than light. With this, the only character that could maybe contend with Saitama currently is none other than the entity they call God. But can Sun Jin-woo with his shadow army manage to accomplish what many failed to do in the One Punch Man verse? Now, 3 months before the anime debut of Solo Leveling, I decided to reread the manhwa and read the light novel for the first time. Noticed many events as statements that were not included in the manhwa version. Some say that even when it comes to scaling, you gotta note that these are two different continuities. Kinda the same applies for One Punch Man manga and the webtoon. See, since the light novel is more detailed and obviously is the original source material, I figured it would be appropriate to use the light novel when scaling this series. Rakan,
The webcomic is still going on with One Punch Man too, but I know that some people I don't think people don't even check that out right now.
the King of Beasts was not stated to wield enough power to destroy the world in the manhwa, only in the light novel. But nonetheless, can Sun Jin-woo defeat Saitama? Now, it's pretty self-explanatory that simply one just being planetary, whether it's large or small, is just not gonna cut it against Saitama. I would argue even with the humongous large army Sang has, he would still lose miserably. One sneeze from Saitama can wipe out his army easily, with the exception of the high-tiered shadows like Belion, Beru, and Igris surviving the sneeze just to get killed after with a serious punch. The massive difference in strength and speed guarantees the victory for Saitama. Even the option of escaping isn't available. Saitama is fast enough to reach him in no time wherever he is. If he decided to use the portals, Saitama could just literally kick them away. Sun Jinwoo obviously has many
he can kick portals. I forget about that. He can kick and lift portals and stuff.
other tricks he can employ, but I would argue nothing he can use can work on Saitama. The only win con he has is to trap Saitama inside his own dimension where he is omnipotent and defeat him right there. However, even that would be futile against him since he already demonstrated the ability to break out of the dimension that certainly exists only in
I feel like, like I said, the only way I see to defeat Saitama is that little I be showing y'all with Iron Man. She gave him some money and just for him to get the heck on. That's the way you defeat Saitama, bro. You can't defeat him like with just fighting. No. You trying to fight him? No, you're gonna lose. The best way, give that nigga some money and let him go to the store and that's it. That's the only way. Like, oh man, here's some money. Just take it and leave, bro. Please. Okay.
in Phoenix Man's mind. Ruler's authority, which is basically telekinesis, bloodlust, stealth are all useless when dealing with just a significantly stronger opponent like Saitama. This would not be close at all. Now for the second case, which is highballing Sun Jinwoo to be universal, even when I provided the many problems that entails in Sun Jinwoo's part, this could be very interesting. Though I like to preference that I do not agree with this scaling at all, and certainly think it's a huge wank granting Sun Jinwoo universal levels of AP. But if that's the case, then Saitama should be inferior when it comes to AP, and still massively superior when it comes to speed. For all intents and purposes, I cannot think of any way for
that's what I'm talking about.
Sun Jinwoo superior when it comes to speed. For all intents and purposes,
Saitama got struck in the head by lightning. That's like 2 force still right there and still walking. Come on, man.
I cannot think of any way
running on water and stuff
intercept and react to him other than invisibility. Sung is at best faster than the breath of destruction that moves at the speed of light, where Saitama should be hundreds or 1,000 times faster than that. However, Saitama's strikes should not hurt Sun Jinwoo either. If Sung's durability scales to his AP, which is universal, multi-galaxy levels at best is just not gonna cut it. But due to the massive speed difference, Saitama still has the option to try as many as he wants. He could also first get rid of as many shadows as he can, and if he continues to adapt and grow limitlessly based on his growth rate, he would eventually reach or surpass Sung's level. I would say it could go either way, since if Sung manages to catch Saitama, it would be over. However, as I said, when reading Solo Leveling, in no time it was implied that the Absolute Being can do anything more than create, and that Sun Jinwoo is universal. This is a huge overestimation to his overall level, and if this is not included, Saitama wins and it's not even fair. Now to sum up everything, Saitama would completely annihilate Sun Jinwoo if he is planetary. He can bring as many death soldiers as he can and still would not make a difference. He is too strong and far too fast compared to Sun. However, Saitama would find a hard time to fight Sun Jinwoo if he is universal. His high-level shadow soldiers like Belion and Beru should also scale similar to that level. The only two things Saitama has going for him are speed and his infinite potential and growth rate. If he somehow gets caught, current Saitama would not survive countless non-stop universal strikes and it would be over. If he continues to grow, however, similar to what Garou has done against Orochi, he will eventually surpass Sun Jinwoo. This would make it not close due to the massive speed difference. So in case number 1, Saitama annihilates, but in case number 2, it's close depends on the factors I just mentioned. Nonetheless, both are amazing and badass characters, and I certainly wouldn't mind any of them winning. These two are selfless heroes who deserves the absolute power they have, and I'm looking forward to see how the anime would handle such a masterpiece. Thank you so much for watching, and please consider joining the Discord.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Big Cat go ninja all day, bro. But you already know, man. Like I said, it's nice to hear some other people's perspective, bro. But you already know. Link in my description, all that good stuff, man. I'm out. Yeah, be safe.